Guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today we are back in Brookhaven. The last Brookhaven video I did, it got pretty popular. So, on the channel I should say. So, I decided to do another Brookhaven video about a comparison. Alright? A comparison between the Roblox Halloween Cars 2023 and the Roblox Brookhaven Halloween Cars 2024. So I've made this little thing right here. It's not the best, but I put last year 23. I can't write 2023 because stupid Roblox moderation won't allow it. For some reason, I know it's stupid. So I put 23. You guys understand what that means if it says 23. So last year 2023. That's where last year's cars are going to go in this row right here. And this year's cars are going to go in this row here where it says this year 24. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to showcase this year's car. And then I'm going to do a comparison. So let's get to it. So off the bat, we have got this year's Halloween car from the Easy Quest. So I've done all the quests so I can show you all the cars. So this is the Easy Quest. As you can see, it's got some candy corns around it, right? It looks pretty cool. And it looks kind of the same like last year, but except, it's got like a different detail. And so on. And that. So, here's a comparison. So, here is the comparison. So this was this year, 2024. This is what it looks like. I've just showed you. And this was last year's. As you can see, it's kind of the same car model. They could have made it like a different car model or something like that. But as you can see, it's just the same car model. However, what is different about these two cars right here, last year's and this year's, is the candy corns, okay? There is an extra 5 candy corns on this car right here, and there's only 1 on this car. So there's 6 candy corns on this car, 1 on this car, making this car more unique to this car. So let's get off to the medium quest. So this was this year's medium quest car. So as you can see right now, I love this car, right? Not gonna lie, I love this car. It's literally got fire out of it. Okay, as you can see, it's got fire. And it's got like goo out of it or something like that. It's got like the RIP tombstone on the back. And I don't know what that is, sort of like a tree branch or whatever that is. And as you can see, you can actually see through the head if you drive. And obviously you can see what's cool about it is you can actually get like a little fire trail. Now obviously you can get a fire trail if you've got premium, but this is like a little extra sort of thing. Now, and then I just like this car. Because what it is it doesn't have any wheels. So it's unique from the rest of the cars. But there's another car this year that's quite similar to this one. And I'll get to that in a minute. So, let's look at the comparisons. So as you can see, it looks completely different. So, we've got this here. Right, we've just looked at that. Look really cool. However, you can definitely see a difference. This car is way different from last year's. So, we've got a little pumpkin on the front of the car. This car's got wheels, by the way. This one doesn't, so that's another difference. We've got these things right here. These do something. I'll tell you guys that in a minute. And we've got like a little turret at the back. So you can go up and you can actually sit on this turret and boom, you can shoot bullets out of the gun. So it's like it's sort of like a turret gun sort of thing. Now when you drive this car, right, look, you don't even have to drive to get to see what it does. Fire as like how it goes. And this car actually gives out a fire trail as well. As you can see, the fire trail, I think in this one's quite better. Not gonna lie, last year's. But if I have to say which one's my favorite, it would have to be this year's. So 2 points to 2024, 0 to 2023. Let's go on to the hard quest vehicles. Okay, so this is the hard quest right here. It is a monster truck, okay, but it's like a Halloween version sort of thing. So, as we can see, it's quite big in size. It's got like red thing on it, like red scratch marks on it. I don't know what that is called, but that's like a cool feature. It's all around the car. There's sort of like a coffin here. Oh yeah, yes, there's a coffin up here. So I never actually knew this till this video. You can actually go inside of the coffin, and the coffin's like see-through. It is pretty creepy. As you can see, they're pretty funny. There's skeletons on the car, so there's a skeleton stuck in the car. There's another skeleton right here. And I don't know what that is in the car. Yeah, there's something in the car right there. But I don't know what that is. But let's just ignore that right now. And we've got another skeleton just sitting up. I like this car just because of the skeletons. The skeletons make it, pretty unique. And obviously, there's no special features when you put it on drive or drive about in it. So, let's have a look at the comparisons. So, as we can see, we have got the two right here. So, let's have a look at last year's. So, already I can tell they are both monster trucks. So, that's a similarity of the two. As you can see, we've got the RIP tombstone at the back, and then we've got like a coffin. Now you can sit in this coffin. As you can see, hello, I'm in the coffin, just like this one. All right, probably about a similar structure. We've got like sort of like an axe right here, which is quite cool. Another feature to this car, okay, is let me just do this. Is boom. If you turn the headlights on the car, the headlights are red. So I'm gonna put it on the brown so you can actually see it very well. And yeah, it is red compared. So you can actually see the color of the headlights are actually red. So you can see that the color is going to be red. And these are white, so obviously the headlight color is going to be white. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the only vehicle in Brookhaven that the headlights actually turn. That the headlights is a different color. So I'm gonna have to go for a draw. So if it's a draw, then I'm giving a point to each. So 3 points to this year, 1 point to last year. Let's get on to the extreme quests. So this year's car. So basically, last year we had a Batman car, and that was for the insane. This time, the Batman car's in the extreme. So we'll have a look at it in a little bit more detail. So we've got spikes along the fronts of the car right here. I don't know what this circle does. I'm still yet to find out what that does. Probably just decoration. More spikes on the car. As you can see, it's definitely Batman. I can tell it's Batman. It's a Batman car. And but this time it's not a black car, it's a purple car. So that's a different. Over here, before the engine color used to be sort of like an orange, the orangey yellow. This is now green. So that's something different. There is still, if I can even click on them. No, I might have to. What? Hold on. Shoot the guns. There we go. So, and as you can see, the downside to this is you can't actually see out of the glass. It's just a solid color. So if you're driving, you actually can't see where you're going. So Wolfpack, that's actually a downside to this car. But overall, it's definitely better than the Batman car last year. So let's have a look at the comparisons. So here's the extreme cars comparison. Let's look at last year's. So as you can see, we've got sort of like an engine here. Okay, we've got an engine. We've got spikes, just like this one. So I think that's a similarity. They've got spikes at the front. Both of them's got spikes. There is, look away if you've got arachnophobia. But this one's definitely got spikes at the back. This one, however, has not. It has. So another similarity. This one's got a giant spider at the back of the car. Okay. So it's got a giant spider, as you can see. It's got a tire at the back, at the roof of the car. Now, just like, I actually never knew this till this video as well. You can actually sit on the engine, which is a nice touch. When you start the engine, look, there's a trail again, so you can see that there is a purple trail. However, if you change the color, guess what? It changes the color of this as well. If you want it green, that'll change the green. If you want it pink, that'll change the pink. If you want it blue, that'll change the blue. If you change it to orange, that'll become orange. If you want to change it to yellow, it'll go yellow, etc, etc. So you can actually change the color, and I'll change that the engine as well. I actually don't know, but let's see if it does with this one. No. So if you change the color of the Batmobile, the engine's still going to be green. So I think I'm going to give the point to this year. So 4 points to 1 point. So automatically this year wins. But well, the most exciting part, the part that you really want to see right now, is the insane quest vehicles. So lastly, let's have a look at them. So here we are. This is my favorite vehicle of all time, actually. This is really cool. So let's look at a little bit more detail. Obviously, it is a skeleton. Obviously. There's some like grass, like some red grass over the vehicle. The skeleton's got red eyes. There is a spider right here near the skeleton's mouth, and there is a giant spider on the side of the skeleton's head. If you enter in the car, as you can see, the head is completely transparent. Well, it is on the inside, well, some of it is, and it's not on the outside. So it's just like, oh, there's a skeleton coming to get you, but really there's someone inside of it. So that is pretty cool. Also, look, the fire, there's like a trail, is now red. Oh, you can actually, hold on, you can sit on the spider. I never knew that till this video. So you can actually squish the spider and you can sit on it. So that's a feature as well. However, What if I change the color? Oh, interesting. So it only changes the base color, yellow. So that is a different feature. So let's have a look at the comparisons. So lastly, the comparison of last year's and this year's. So let's look at last year's. Yes, it is the Batmobile. Okay. So if we have a look, we can go on the turret. It doesn't work for some reason. There we go. So it's the same turrets. There's a small one and a big one. And it's basically the same as this year's Extreme one, which is the Batmobile, but it's just different color. Now this one's the same. You cannot see, which is a bummer. Okay, they could have made it transparent or something, but they didn't. Something you can fix. However, as you can see, the flame color on the back, it's an orangey red color. I know I said orangey yellow before, but I changed my mind. It's probably do you guys know what a Bunsen burner is? It reminds me of a Bunsen burner because it's got like a blue flame. As you can see, there's like a blue flame right there, and you get like the orange flame. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to give the points to this year's because it just looks so cool. Look at it. And also, just a little touch, if you go to the vehicles, once the event is over, right, if you've got VIP, you can access the cars through this menu right here, which is kind of cool. So that was me comparing last year's Halloween cars to this year's Halloween cars. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss out on any more Brookhaven videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!